Hello and welcome to Module 4 of the Amazon Accelerator, where we look at managing your customers and orders. So far we've seen that there are many aspects to becoming an Amazon seller and there's many more to follow. But let's remember that there are only two real objectives to your Amazon business, namely to secure sales for your product and to make sure that your customers are happy with that product and your service. Hence, in this module we will be covering the expectations that Amazon and your customers have about your service, the three options that you have for fulfilling your orders. We'll also look at the benefits of having the Prime badge on your products and how you can achieve this through your fulfillment choices. We'll have a general piece about handling your customer returns, and we'll also look at a few points about managing your customer communications. Now, we won't be presenting this content in the exact order shown. Instead, this module has been split into 4 recordings. This first recording here covers guidance about customer expectations, communications and returns, together with the benefits and criteria associated with Amazon Prime. The other 3 short recordings will cover each of the fulfillment options available to you. So, the starting point for this module should rightly be about your customer and their expectations of you as a seller. In a nutshell, when a customer buys one of your products, they can reasonably expect to receive their order as described in the product page, delivered to them at the address they provided, and within the stated delivery timescales. Now, this is a timely reminder of the need for honesty and accuracy when it comes to adding your pages and offers to the Amazon catalogue, because if there's anything about your product or service which falls short of what you offered, then you can expect a dissatisfied customer. This brings with it the risk, of course, of poor seller feedback, maybe a poor product review, a possible return and a refund, a hit on your performance metrics, so it's all bad. As a seller, you'll find that Amazon is exactly what it claims to be, an organisation whose mission is to be Earth's most customer-centric company. Amazon goes above and beyond for its customers, and customers know this. It means that you need to follow suit if you're to survive and prosper in the marketplace. Specifically, Amazon is famed for its rapid and often free delivery service. And as a result, it's now set a new norm in the e-commerce world and amongst its customers. Amazon shoppers generally expect their order quickly, preferably the next day, and most of them don't really care about the process behind the scenes as long as they receive their item as expected. They'll also not know really whether you dispatched the item or Amazon dispatched it. That means that Amazon's delivery service has to be consistently first class. And that means they also have to make it easy for you as a third-party seller to fulfill your orders. They do this by offering 3 options. So we have Fulfilled by Merchant, also known as FBM. We have Fulfilled by Amazon, also known as FBA. And we have Seller Fulfilled Prime, sometimes shortened to SFP. Now, we will be working through each of these in turn, but an early point to make about these fulfillment options is that you can use more than one if it suits your business model. In theory, you can use all 3, and you can use them at both account level and at product level. Now, this is an approach taken by many sellers to improve their efficiency and their sell-through. So during this module, we will learn how each of the fulfillment modules works and how they might best fit your own needs. You'll also learn how to apply more than one fulfillment option. Now, the next slide is going to provide you with a quick overview of the 3 options, after which you'll be able to watch a separate video for each one. So we have a little video for Fulfillment by Amazon, we have one for FBM, and we have one for Seller Fulfilled Prime. They're all about 15 minutes each, but we do advise you to watch all 3 since together they provide you with a bigger picture of order management, including the stepping stones to international shipping. So let's cover the basics anyway. So Fulfillment by Amazon, this is where the seller sends stock to the Amazon Fulfillment Center. Amazon then distributes the stock, and when they receive the stock from you, your products will become Prime eligible. And now when a customer places an order, whether they're Prime or not, Amazon will pick and pack the order and they'll ship the order with their next day promise, and the customer receives the order the next day. Now, Seller Fulfilled Prime is quite similar in a sense, but this time the seller keeps the products in their own warehouse. The products still carry Prime eligibility, but this is because you've passed a trial, demonstrating that you can provide a service which is as quick and efficient as Amazon is. So if you do receive an order, you'll pick and pack the order yourself, but you'll have to do so within an allotted strict timescale, and it will be an Amazon approved carrier that comes to collect it. The final one is called Merchant Fulfilled Network. Now, we also now know this as fulfilled by merchant, so the two terms are interchangeable. This is a much more relaxed approach, and actually it's the old-fashioned approach. It's the approach that was used years ago when e-commerce marketplaces and mail order were first on the go. It basically means that you store your products in your own premises, you can set your own delivery timescales, and when a customer places an order, it's you that picks and packs it, but you send it out with the courier of your own choice. You can charge what's reasonable for a shipping fee, and the customer will receive the order when you said they would. Now, it's a little less popular on Amazon these days because Amazon sellers who are using FBA and Seller Fulfilled Prime tend to be more competitive, but there is still a place for FBM, as you will see when we look at the recordings. What you'll also see here is that of the two of the three options here are Prime eligible. So Fulfilled by Amazon and Seller Fulfilled Prime both offer Prime eligibility. Now, this is a major feature and advantage of selling on Amazon, and we do always recommend that you should try and pursue Prime eligibility. Before we look into the real detail of it, we will just quickly cover what it is about Prime that makes it so good. So what is Amazon Prime? Well, it's a membership program for Amazon buyers, and I'm sure some of you already have it. The current cost is round about £79 a year, and there's various levels like Standard Prime, Business Prime, Prime Student. Members can access a range of benefits, including Prime Video, Music, Fresh, Wardrobe, and others. But the one that we're really interested in is the free next day delivery. So Prime members, when they buy Prime eligible products, will get free next day delivery. They also get early access to Amazon Lightning deals and Prime Day offers. So there's lots of advantages to being a Prime member, but there's also lots of advantages to being a Prime seller. Let's have a look at those now. How does Prime eligibility benefit an Amazon seller? Well, instantly you will attract more browsers, buyers, and sales volume. And you can look at the flywheel to the right there in your own time. But basically, you're getting improved visibility and competitiveness on Amazon. Remember that Prime members are searching for Prime eligible products, and they'll often filter out non-eligible products. You want to make sure you're filtered into these searches rather than out of them. There's about 40% of UK shoppers have access to Prime services, either through their own membership or through the membership that a friend or family has got. Prime members spend significantly more than non-Prime members, and you're also able to target them with your own special deals. So that's just a short introduction to Amazon Prime. And as I said earlier, if you want to obtain Prime eligibility for your products, you will need to sign up for Fulfilled by Amazon or Seller Fulfilled Prime. The only option of these three that doesn't bring Prime eligibility is, as I say, Fulfilled by Merchant, but that may suit you for other reasons. Now, we're just going to do a quick summary slide about returns. Now, Amazon does have a detailed returns policy, and you should familiarise yourself with it. Note that the return policies and processes may differ between each of the three fulfillment options. So do make sure you read the ones that are relevant to your chosen option. Customers can return most items within 30 days, but the returns window can be longer in certain circumstances. Returns will be automatically authorised by Amazon if they're in policy, which means things like the customer's changed their mind quite legitimately. Free returns may be a requirement as well for some products and services, and you may be asked to supply returns labels. Remember that refunds should cover both the cost of the item and any outgoing postage paid by the customer. When it comes to return postage costs, responsibility is dependent on the circumstances. There's also separate arrangements, although they're quite similar, in place for international returns. Our final slide here is just some important points about communicating with your customers. And strangely, that although Amazon is a very customer-centric platform, it's quite hands-off when it comes to customer contact from third-party sellers. There's only specified reasons in which a seller may contact a customer. And remember that customers can actually disable certain aspects of their message servicing. It can be quite difficult getting in touch with people sometimes. You'll notice that when they place an order, they will have to provide a phone number, but remember this is for couriers' use only during delivery, and a customer's phone number must not be used for any other reason. Regardless of your order fulfillment options and the difficulty you may have getting in touch with a customer though, remember that if they contact you first, then you must reply within 24 hours. And there's just a final note here about communication, to remember not to use flyers or other marketing tools to promote your own website or other marketplaces. This is strictly against Amazon's policies. So that concludes part 1 of module 4. You can now watch the 3 recordings about the fulfillment options that are available to you. And remember, if you have any questions at all, then please reach out to your advisors. So that concludes part 1, which was the introduction to module 4. We're now going to leave you to go and watch the videos on Fulfilled by Amazon, Fulfilled by Merchant, and Seller Fulfilled Prime. But remember, if you have any questions, then you can reach out to your advisors at any time.